he's the most exciting because he is vulnerable, because he's not unbeatable. He's got crazy fast twitchies, he can box, but he's so aggressive and he's vulnerable enough to counters that it's actually exciting. Tank got that Tyson-esque fast twitchies and the power, but because he's getting hit in exchange.
Tank, hold up, Gervonta, you are a. I don't care what anybody says. You can be all that rah-rah thug life and scream and jock your head on Chief Keef Sosa. Man, with your sucking lips, get out of here.
It's a Tank. Who can fight a Tank? Okay. Once he fires, it's
When it comes to knockout power, there's strong, there's dangerous, and then there's Gervonta Tank Davis, a fighter who seems to break the laws of boxing. You look at him and can't believe someone his size can punch that hard.
Tank, to me, man, is a dangerous man, but he's at his most dangerous point when he's looking in your head, he's smiling and shaking his head and walking towards you.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
Because it's almost like he chew and he's tasting your blood. Yeah. Oh, you taste good.
As serious as he can be, at basically every point of a promotion, and every point of the beginning of a fight, and then once he starts to crack a smile, it's like, what can you do?
But then you watch his opponents drop instantly, like they've been unplugged from reality. That's when you understand, this isn't hype, it's real power in motion. Fighters often say he doesn't even look like a puncher. No massive muscles, no bodybuilder frame, just raw power hidden behind calm confidence.
Skill, none of these guys can mess with me, like nobody. Like, I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. Well, I take that back. Right hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody. Like, talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting.
Tank doesn't charge in. He watches, learns, and gives you space to feel comfortable. Just when you start thinking you're in control, boom, it's over. That's not just power, that's precision with purpose. What makes Tank truly scary isn't only the knockout, it's how he creates it. Like Andre Ward once said about elite fighters, they fight the way they've lived.
Gervonta Davis, my first time watching him. I seen him a video on Instagram, man. I looked up his highlights too. That dude's a beast, man. It's great speed, great defense in those uppercuts, man. I'm not a hater, man. If I see somebody I think is good, man, I'll talk good about him. You know, some people they just see boxing and they don't appreciate it. They talk bad about him. But me, I see a good fight.
Tank has lived through real pain, and you can feel it in the way he moves. He'll walk you down with a smile, shaking his head like, you just made a mistake. From that point on, the fight's already decided. He breaks your mind before he breaks your body. One fighter said it perfectly, when Tank starts smiling during a fight, it means he's already sensed blood. He's in that Tyson zone, where fear turns into energy and the knockout is just a matter of time.
But Tank, one thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he's explosive.
You believe there's a chance the other guy can win, and that makes it even more exciting, to say nothing of the pace he sets, the level of action, the level of bombs that are thrown by Tank, and as he fights better opposition, the number that will be coming back at him. Yeah, he's guaranteed thrills for the dog.
But one thing about Tank, he's smart. The guy can really box, and he's explosive too. You always feel like his opponent has a shot, and that makes every fight more exciting. The pace he sets, the action, the power in every punch, it's non-stop. And as he faces tougher fighters, more shots will be coming back his way. Either way, with Tank, you always get your money's worth.
And I was about to spar, before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight?
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga, he hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. And like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought he died.
Tank, is that true? You almost killed a heavyweight in the ring? That's what he said.
Should be happening.
Because he asked me, how does a 135-pounder take your power? I said, I don't think anybody takes the power.
Here's the crazy part. Tank isn't just a power puncher. He's a strategist hiding behind controlled chaos. Fighters who've shared the ring with him say his defense feels unreal. He shifts from high guard to cross guard to head movement in seconds. Not rounds, not exchanges, seconds. One wrong move and you're swinging at air. Most heavy hitters give up defense to chase knockouts, but not Tank.
He can punch, he's a knockout artist. He can box, he's not given enough credit for it, okay? He closes, he finishes. Once he smells blood, he's like a shark in blood-infested waters, Molly. He will finish you, okay? The time has arrived for us to stand down and to start giving Gervonta Davis the love and respect that he deserves. This brother is elite.
You can debate resumes all you want, but when you're standing across from Gervonta Tank Davis, you're not just up against a boxer, you're facing a smiling storm. Every jab, counter, and feint is part of a plan to leave you dazed and confused. And if you still don't think Tank deserves his respect, don't worry, he'll give you your flowers after the knockout. Just when the Tank vs. Jake storyline was heating up, boom, Gervonta dropped a bomb that shook the entire boxing world. It was one of those moments where you have to rewind just to be sure you heard it right. Tank basically said, "Yeah, Floyd Mayweather tried to set me up to fail over his daughter." That turned the boxing beef into a full-on Netflix-level family drama.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally? Yeah, for sure. Why? After so much time, after I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight, like why would he try to diminish your career? Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it, because I don't want to bring up it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me. Okay. She kept hitting me on the Snapchat.
You couldn't make this up if you tried. It's like a sequel no one asked for, but everyone's watching. The wild part is, Tank didn't sound angry at all. He spoke like someone who's already moved on, like, yeah, that chapter's done, but I'm still the author. You could sense that calm confidence, the kind that comes from surviving the politics of boxing and walking away stronger. But let's be honest, this whole situation shows just how crazy things can get behind the scenes. We always talk about promoters, legacy, and money, but jealousy, that's the quiet killer in this game. Floyd saw the young fighter he discovered becoming his own man, and it hit too close to home. Tank broke free from the strings, and once he did, the old control game stopped working.
Floyd bugged out. Okay. So that's what made it like.
And you think that was a downfall of your career? I mean, y'all.
No, it was a downfall. It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like,
he scheduled a fight, I think, doing like your fight or something. I don't think they did it, but
stuff like that.
Promoting.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, you know. Yeah.
Now he's out here building his own empire, taking fights on his own terms, and speaking his mind like someone who's done being afraid to lose connections. It's messy, it's dramatic, it's boxing, and that's exactly why people can't look away. One day you're chasing belts, the next you're fighting for respect. And somehow, Gervonta's managing to win both. After all the talk about legacy and being the face of boxing, let's be real, Gervonta Tank Davis is walking a very fine line. Sure, taking the Jake Paul fight means a massive payday, but chasing money over legacy always comes with a price. His timing and power still terrify opponents, no doubt. But this is also a fighter who's flirted with danger a few times, then backed away when it came to running it back.
In the United States of America. That has left a hole that the broadcasters have looked to fill, and they've done this with influencer boxing, which brings a completely different audience to the game. Every promoter and broadcaster on this planet is to blame for this situation that we are finding ourselves in right now. They've opened the door to clowns, and now we've got ourselves a circus. It is a
So when you step into the ring with a 200-pound showman who sells attention like tickets, you'd better treat it like a real fight, not just another payday photo shoot. If Tank comes in half-committed, boxing fans will tear him apart. But if he shows up focused, sharp, and ends it early, that payday starts to look like a smart move, not a sellout. Let's be real, Jake Paul is a promotional storm. He brings views, chaos, and a crowd that barely knows what a jab is. And sure, that boosts business for everyone. But it doesn't make him a real boxer, and it doesn't free Tank from his duty to the sport. Here's the truth. Tank doesn't need an all-out war. He just needs a performance that makes people stop questioning him. A brutal early knockout or a clean technical win, and he walks away with both the money and the respect. Anything less, a messy decision, a close call, or worse, and he gives critics exactly what they've been waiting for. This fight isn't just about skill, it's about what Tank wants his legacy to sound like when the lights go out.
family. I don't know how much left of boxing for me. I don't want to see a therapist. I want to, I need to, but like I don't want to take away from my fighting. But I think it's time for me to do stuff like that. So I think the writing's been on the wall for Tank for a while. So that draw was kind of just like, I was on the way out anyway. I don't need to go back in there. And I said it at the end of that fight. I'm like, there's no way we see that rematch. He was so uncomfortable in that ring with Roach. He doesn't want to feel that again. He showed that night. So I'm not surprised that fight's not happening. I'm not even surprised he's fighting.
At the end of the day, Gervonta Davis isn't just fighting Jake Paul. He's fighting perception, legacy, and the ticking clock of superstardom. Every great fighter reaches this kind of moment, where skill meets showmanship and one wrong move can change everything. This fight isn't just about power, it's about control of the spotlight. Tank's stepping into a circus watched by millions, but he's not there to put on a show. He's there to remind the world that boxing isn't some YouTube stunt. It's a craft built on grit and blood. If he tears through Jake Paul like a storm taking down a billboard, it won't just be another highlight. It'll be a message that real boxing still rules. But if things go south, if Jake lasts, steals a few rounds, or lands a lucky shot, the internet will turn on Tank in a heartbeat. That's the price of greatness. The higher you climb, the sharper the fall.
Last fight, I think he was checked out prior to the Roach fight. I thought this was all going to be in the works, where he was supposed to beat the 16-1 Roach and then go on to fight Jake Paul and then call it a career, because I think the people around him understood there wasn't much left in the tank for him in terms of his want or his desire.
Tank isn't just fighting for a win. He's defending an empire, a reputation built on fear, timing, and precision. Every jab, every feint, every calm smirk in the ring will say more than words ever could. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.